Hi guys, I'm going to show you my quick recipe for barbecue salmon and couscous. So firstly, you're going to take your salmon and you're going to season it. And the first seasoning I'm using is by Dunn's River. It is a fish seasoning. And you're just going to sprinkle that on top of your salmon. And then after you've sprinkled enough, and I don't think I did enough, as you can see I am going back, you're just going to sprinkle enough to ensure that you can cover both the top and the bottom, just to make sure that you can cover everywhere. Then I'm using the Dunn's River all-purpose seasoning. That is a seasoning that can be used for chicken, fish, or any type of meat. It is, as it says, an all-purpose seasoning. And then I'm also now adding some mixed herbs. Can't forget those mixed herbs, vital, very, very vital. I don't use black pepper, I use the whole peppercorn and I grind it. I do use the grinder and grind it on top. I prefer it, gives better flavour. As you can see, I'm just doing that there. And then for this next part, you're going to make sure that you wash your hands and your hands are lovely and clean, as you are now going to rub the seasoning into the fish. So yeah, as you can see, I'm getting both the front and the back. Lovely and jubbly. So once that's all covered, obviously don't forget to wash your hands again. You're going to just put that to the side while you prep to put it in the oven. So I've got a baking tray there with some foil. Now you can either wrap all the fish together if you're doing more than one piece. In this case I was just doing one piece, so I just tore enough foil off to wrap that piece as a parcel. You probably could do this in a Pyrex dish and cover it with foil. That's entirely up to you, but I chose to use some foil. So I'm just going to spray it now with some Firelight, which is a sunflower oil. It's a cooking spray, and it is apparently 1 calorie per spray. So yeah, I spray that onto my foil just to ensure that it doesn't basically get stuck. The salmon doesn't get stuck to the foil, which is a no-no. Give it a good shake and then you squirt it all over your foil. Fantastic. Make sure you cover it well, and then you're going to place your salmon in the middle of the foil so that you can wrap it into a parcel. So now you've got that in there, just ensure you make sure not to forget the extra bit of seasoning. I am over extra, people, over extra. Then you're going to take your barbecue sauce. Now this is the fun bit. Your barbecue sauce, as you can see there, can be used as a sauce or as a marinade, and that's by Heinz, that one. I'm just going to squirt it all over my salmon. Oh yes, this is looking absolutely delicious, darling. And again, I'm just going to spray a little bit more oil on top, just to ensure that any foil that is going over the top doesn't get stuck to the top of the fish. Now I'm going to be folding that salmon up into a little parcel, and just ensure that you fold up the sides as well, because as you know, juices do run out of fish, and the last thing you want is your whole baking tray to be covered in fish juices. So I've preheated my oven to 200. It is an electric oven. Obviously for fan assisted and gas ovens you might want to set it maybe slightly higher, maybe between 220, and just put that fish there on the middle tray, just so that it basically cooks evenly on the top and the bottom and doesn't cook too quickly on the top and burn. And as you can see, it's set at 200. These are degrees Celsius because we are in the UK. And there I'm just setting my timer to 15 minutes. Now what I don't show you is that I take it out 15 minutes, I turn it over, just ensure, maybe squeeze a little bit more sauce on if I feel it needs a bit more barbecue sauce, and then stick it back in the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes. So as you can see now, I'm getting on to my couscous. Now you can, I believe, make couscous from the packet. This is kind of like a ready-made packet couscous. It's easy for me. Obviously, I have such a busy lifestyle. I need something easy. It's a roasted vegetable couscous as well. It's great with baked salmon, so this is appropriate. As you can see, it's 100 grams in the packet, which is a 2-packet serving. And as I'm only cooking for myself today because little man was not with me, I just usually half the packet. He doesn't eat couscous anyway, so I usually half the packet. So as you can see, I'm measuring out 50 grams. And that will be my carbs for that day. Nice. So now that I've measured it out, I'm now going to pour the water on top. Obviously, the instructions on the back, I believe it is 160 milliliters of water. So I'll just half that, and I've just poured 80 milliliters on top. I'm just taking a fork, stirring up that couscous and ensuring that the water covers everywhere. And once I have stirred it all up, I will then let that sit and soak up that water for about 5 minutes. As that's soaking and the salmon is in the oven, I will be chopping up some tomatoes, cherry tomatoes and cucumber. And as you can see now, it has soaked up all that water. So I'm just about to fluff it up with my fork just to ensure that there's no water lurking at the bottom that I cannot see. Fantastic, that's all done. As you can see, there is no water left. Yippee! And now it's time to serve up. Because I'm absolutely starving, it is time to eat. So as you can see, I've already taken my salmon out of the oven. As I said before, I chopped up some cherry tomatoes and a little bit of cucumber. And now I'm just placing my couscous on my plate. And that's basically it, guys. That is my recipe for barbecue salmon, roasted vegetable couscous and some salad. If you'd like to see any more recipes, obviously there will be pescatarian recipes, then give me a shout in the comment section below on what you'd like to see me make. If you have any questions, I will put everything in the description box below. And I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Now, please don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.